Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutra Bhashikritau Vande Bhagavantau Puna Punaha Isharo Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayeta. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Chapter 6-7, verse number 21. Yo yam yam tanum bhaktaha Shraddhaya architum ichchati tasya chalam shraddham tameva vedadhamyaham. I repeat one more time. Yo yam yam tanum bhaktaha Shraddhaya architum ichchati tasya chalam shraddham tameva vedadhamyaham. First see the word meaning. Ya, whoso, yam, whatever, tanum, the form, bhaktaha, devotee, shraddhayaha, with reverence, architum, to worship, ikshati, 6. Tasya, of what particular devotee, achalam, stable, shraddham, faith, tam eva, in that very form, vidadhami, render, aham, I. Now see the translation. Whatever celestial form a devotee chooses to worship with reference, I stabilize the faith of that particular devotee in that very form. See the one more time translation. Whatever celestial form a devotee chooses to worship with reverence, I stabilize the faith of that particular devotee in that very form. We are studying very important chapter. Lord Sri Krishna is describing about his devotee. It happens always the God is being chanted by devotee. But here Sri Krishna is explaining, describing the secrets of devotee. Here he is saying that in previous verse, there are some devotee, they have knowledge about the God, they have understanding about the God, the supreme reality, they have faith, but their desires are more powerful. So their knowledge about the God can be carried away by the desires. Desires become so powerful. They make that devotee to be passionate about the object. So that devotee uses God as a medium, as a mean to achieve something. But in this process, because he has faith, because devotee has faith in God, so he takes a form of the God. Like somewhere in villages, in your family, you have a deity of your family. There may be any divine power about your village. We call it Gram Devata. Then comes Kshetrapal, the deity, the divine power for the particular region. Then there may be country Devata. So we choose any form to worship God because it in our mind there is no clear any concept about the supreme reality. So we have faith. We have to have a form for worship. Sri Krishna says, if you are going to assume any form of the God, then you can choose any form of the God. You can take the form of the divine forces. You can choose the form of inhuman beings. In previous time, ancient time, in Vedic time, the devotee used to worship Indra. Devotee would worship Varuna, the deity of the water, the deity of the fire, sun, moon. Then time comes, they started worshipping incarnation of the gods, like Ram, Krishna, Hanuman, Durga, Ganpati. There are so many forms. Then we assumed another form of the God. It may be lower. You may worship any spirit, any demon, any saint, any guru as a God. Even a tree can be worshipped. So whatsoever, any form, yo yam yam tanum bhakta. So any form you can take. Form is not important. It is just device. So any form is not important. The important thing is Shraddha, reverence, faith. Faith in consciousness. If you are conscious, then you can experience the consciousness. In this path, in the path of spirituality, the only supporting system is, and that is your faith, your Vishwas. your Shraddha. Only we have the supporting system, and that is our faith. Then any form is not matter. Any form. It may be human being, it may be stone, it may be tree, it may be Indra, it may be Varun, your parents. Any form could be just a medium. The most important thing is your faith. Here, I would like to share a story from the Mahabharata. Acharya Drona was teaching archery to Kaurava Pandavas. He was appointed as a teacher, as a master for Kaurava Pandavas. And that time, he was the greatest knower of this art. He was supposed to great master of that art in that time. So kingdom of Hastinapur decided take him as a teacher, and he was appointed. And he was teaching. One day it happened, a tribal boy, his name was Eklavya. He reached there. The story is very big, but my point is here about Shraddha, about faith. I am going just give its brief. And he reached. And he requested to Dronacharya, I want to learn this art from you. You are my guru. You are my teacher. So I want to learn this knowledge, this art, this vidya from you. There may be another reasons, but Dronacharya said, it's okay. I accept you, but I have a problem. I'm appointed by the Hastinapur as a teacher. So my duty is to follow instructions which has been given to me by the kingdom. And according to their, I cannot teach anyone other than the Pandava and Kauravas. So I am limited. My best wishes to you, but I cannot do anything for you. But the boy was very, very determined. He said, no, I want to listen. I want to learn from you and only by you. It is not possible. Dronacharya said. He said, no, I would learn from you. And he went away. And Dronacharya was teaching. One day, by the time Kaurav and Pandav with the Dronacharya was wandering, roaming in a forest, a small group of Kauravas with a dog, they were roaming in the forest. In that remote forest, in dense forest, the dog saw a tribal boy and he started barking. That boy got annoyed. He took some arrow and he hit the dog. It is not any difficult task. Any archer can hit a dog. But see the balance. He put arrow such a way in mouth of dog, such in balance. the dog would not got hurt. There was now not any single drop of the blood, but arrows were in the mouth. They were not falling outside. They were not going inside. There were no any wounds, no any single drop of the blood. This art was very, very important. The dog runs away. And Pandav, Dronacharya realized the art of the archery. Anyone can kill the dog or miss the chance. But he did so perfectly, so in violence, this was an art. Everyone was surprised. How is it possible? How can one do that? Even Pandav also cannot do that. Arjun was also surprised. We never saw such excellent, such perfectionist archer in our life. And they started searching. And finally, they reached to the Eklavya. And when he saw Dronacharya coming, Dronacharya is my guru. And he touched his feet. He said, I am your disciple. Eklavya, do you remember me? Before some time I came to you. I am your disciple. Dronacharya says, yes, it's okay, but tell me who taught you. It's okay. Namaskar, pranam, done. Now tell me who taught you this art. See, Eklavya says, you. Only you taught me. Dronacharya said, no. This is not possible. I did not teach you. But he was saying, no, you taught me. And Dronacharya says, no, I didn't. And both were right. Both were right. Dronacharya also was right. And that boy is also right. And how? Now, then he explains. He said, I made a statue of yours. When I came back from you, I decided I would learn this knowledge from you. The only way was you were not available, but I was available. My faith was available. Then I made your statue. See, this is your statue. And I believe this is not your statue, this is you. Then one day, I started learning the art from you. Every morning, I used to do namaskar, puja. And I used to question to you. I would ask to you how I hit the arrow. And I got reply from you. I used to get reply every time from you, Eklavya, do this way. And I just followed your instructions. So you are my guru. And I learned it from you. See, magic of the faith. Dronacharya says, no, I didn't. He was in person there. But Eklavya says, no, you are my teacher. You taught me this. This is the faith. Dronacharya is not ready to give anything. But see the faith. The faith can do anything. Eklavya learnt every small thing without any direct guru, just from the statue. Story is very long. My point is only, actual Dronacharya is not ready to give it, and he did not give it. The boy learned everything from the Dronacharya. This is faith. Sri Krishna here says, "O Arjun, any statue, any medium you can take. Any. Yam yam tanum bhakta sraddhaya architum mikshati." Whatever form you can take a divine form, celestial form, you can take a tree, stone, guru, parents, any form you can take. Form is not important. The important thing is sraddhaya architum mikshati, your faith towards the divine. Then what happens? Tasya tasya chalam sraddham. O Arjun, that faith I strengthen. So faith in God is God's grace. God wants this devotee must have faith. But you have some seeds about faith, then God can develop. If someone has some faith about some seeds of faith, then it can be nourished. Then it can be developed. If someone does not have a seed also, then God cannot do anything. Tasya tasyam chalam sraddham tameva vidadhamyam. So God says, Arjun, if someone has any seed of the faith, you begin. Your faith will get stronger, again stronger, because God will support you. Tameva vidadhamyam. Next mantra. Sa taya sraddhaya yuktah tasya radhanam ihate labhate cha tata kaman mayyaiva vihitan hitan. I repeat. Sa taya sraddhaya yuktah tasya radhanam ihate labhate cha tata kaman mayyaiva vihitan hitan. See the first meaning. Sa, he, taya sraddhaya, with such faith, yukta, endowed, tasya, of that particular deity, aradhanam, worship, ihate, undertakes, labhate, obtain, cha, and tat, through that deity, kaman, desired enjoyments, maya, by me, ev, alone, vihitan, ordained, he, verily, tan, those. Now see the meaning. Translation. Endowed with such faith, he worships that particular deity and obtains through that deity without doubt his desired enjoyment as verily ordained by me. See one more time, translation. Endowed with such faith, he worships that particular deity and obtains through that deity without doubt his desired enjoyments as verily ordained by me. Now see. God says, "Oh Arjun, when faith becomes strong, faith is the soul of the spiritual path. Sa taya sraddhaya yukta. If someone has seed of the faith, then God developed it. God started developing it. By that faith, sa taya sraddhaya yukta. Now started the worshipping that statue. Listen. And if someone says to you, if you want to go beyond the magic, or if you want to got something, any object, you worship this God. There are unlimited religions in the world. Every religion has its own concept. Every religion has its way to worship this, the reality of consciousness. The basic need in religion is faith. If you are with faith, because someone says, if you want to get this, you worship that deity. So that is why I have faith in that person. So I start worshipping that God. I have faith in any book. Then I can start what is written in the book. So faith is the foundation. Without faith, nothing can be done in this path. Sataya sraddhaya yukta, Sri Krishna says, endowed by this path, this faith, tasya radhana miyate. Now we start worshipping that deity. Because of any object. If I am artharthi, I want something God, then I start worshipping the God for money, for my job, for my business. I may go in the temple for my business. I may go in the temple for my job, my study, money, lottery. Or I want to go beyond the state of misery. I go to temple and pray to God, oh God, remove this sickness from me. Make me healthy. Tasya radhanam miyate. Then I start. And thankfully, if I worship because of faith, I have faith in the consciousness. Sa labate cha tata kaman. And sometime, whatever I wanted, I got. I prayed to God, I want a job. And next day I got a job. Then my faith becomes more stronger. My faith becomes stronger because I got job because of God. This job is given by God. So my faith becomes more stronger. Lavate cha tata kaman. If I am sick and someone says me, if you want to go beyond this state, you do Mahamrityunjaya mantra. And we did it. And sometimes I saw it. It happens in Mumbai with my devotee. He was so serious condition by backache. All which medicines were available, they did. But nothing was happening. And one day they came to me and they say, Swamiji, it is going on. Person is very, very serious. Even he cannot move. So do something. I said, I'm not a doctor. They said, doctor, done. Whatever they can. Now you say something. I said, okay, if you want to do something, then do Mahamrityunjaya. Mahamrityunjaya. 1,25,000. Take a great Brahman. As in the written scriptures I told, I teach you. And I went somewhere, foreign country. And they did. And when they was doing Havan in the last day, and that person, it happens miracle, he started walking. After Havan, he started going to factory. So it happens. Lavate cha tata kaman. Sri Krishna says, if you worship, you will get. And when you get, your faith becomes more stronger. But one thing should be remembered. And that is, whatever you are getting from that deity, actually, that you are getting from me. I am the giver. No other can give to you like you are going to petrol pump. You are taking petrol. But this petrol pump is not real source of the petrol. The real source is somewhere else. No matter in this petrol pump or other petrol pump, in this country or other country, wherever you take, you may think that this petrol pump is giving petrol. And obviously, we are getting from the petrol pump. But this petrol pump is not giving. This is just a medium. Sri Krishna says, Vihitan hitan. All your desired objects, whatever you are getting from anywhere, from any deity, any form, these are given by me. I am the real giver. Vihitan hitan. But I am not visible. I am the behind. Petrol pump is not real giver. One day, I was somewhere. There were some kids. I put a question to them. I told, from where do you get milk? Who gives milk to you? They replied, supermarket. Yes. For them, supermarket is a milk giver. But you know, it is not source of the milk. The real milk is coming from the cow. Hitan. So Sri Krishna is saying here, whenever, whatever you are getting, it is given by the God, by the me. Now next one. Antavattu phalam tesham tadbhavatyalpamedasham devam devejo yanti madbhakta yanti mamapi. I repeat. Antavattu phalam tesham tadbhavatyalpamedasham devan devejo yanti mad bhakta yant mamapi. See the meaning? Antavat, having an end, to whosoever, phalam, fruit, tesham, by these, that bhavati is alpamedasham, people of small understanding, devan, the gods, devejaha, the worshipper of the gods, yanti, attain, mad bhakta, my devotee, yantihi, come, mam, to me, api, alone. Now see the meaning. The fruit gained by these people of small understanding, however, is perishable. The worshipper of gods attain the gods, whereas my devotee, howsoever they worship me, eventually come to me and me alone. Now Sri Krishna continues. He says, Virtue. No matter your form of your Ishtadevata, it does not matter. So you worship any god, any form. See the freedom of the real religion. Religion can be followed if you are free. Without freedom, spirituality is not possible. Even your body life. If you love fruits, if you love ice cream, and you are hungry, ice cream is there, and that time one person comes, a policeman comes with a gun, and he says, eat the ice cream, otherwise I kill you. You say, I would like ice cream, but please remove your gun. I cannot eat this ice cream on the gunpoint. No one can enjoy anything with the slave condition. So spirituality is freedom. Totally freedom. Sri Krishna says, you choose this deity, whatever you want. It is totally up to you. Even God cannot intervene. But one thing should be remembered. Antavattu phalam tesam tat bhavat alpamedasham. This level of worshipping is not higher class. Because we are worshipping God as a medium, not as a goal. Our goal is bodily object. It may be heavenly object. And both are antavat. Antavat means having an end. Any object, it may be gross, it may be subtle, you can achieve from the gods. But time will come. These objects will be end. Even heaven. And think about that time when your beloved one, your dearest object, has time to depart from you. You cannot possess it always. We cannot possess any worldly or heavenly object forever. Sri Krishna says, Antavat, no matter. These may be worldly objects or heavenly objects. We cannot possess it forever. One time will come. And that time, separation is must. And you would be in miserable condition. So remember, that is why Sri Krishna says, Alpamedasam. This is not very intelligent. Because the gods have limited power. They are given power, but limited power. They cannot give absolute. Such devotee can get bodily object. Such devotee can get the heavenly objects. Yes. Enjoy them. But be ready. The very soon time will come. These things are not permanent. And what can the ultimate fruit would be in this level? Sri Krishna is saying here, Devan Deva Yajo Yanti. You can get Devalok. The seeker, the devotee of the gods. The ultimate fruit can be achieved by that devotee, and that is achievement of the heaven. Enjoy with the gods. Stay with the gods in heaven. Devan Deva Yajo Yanti. But now Sri Krishna says, but he explained everything. If you are worshipping gods, it's okay. Worship. But you have to know its fruit. We have to know its result, its consequences. In this way, you cannot get the liberation. Liberation is not possible. Salvation cannot be achieved through the gods worshipping. Mad bhakta yanti mamapi. If someone wants liberation, absolute happiness, then worship the pure God. Now, next mantra. Avyaktam vyaktimapannam manyate mam abuddhaya parama bhavam majananto mama vyam manuttamam. I repeat again. Avyaktam vyaktimapannam manyante mam abuddhaya parama bhavam majananto mam avyam anuttamam. See the meaning first. Avyam, avyaktam, beyond the reach of mind and senses. Vyaktim apannam, to have assumed a finite form through birth. Manyante, belief. Mam, my. Abuddhaya, the ignorant. Param, supreme. Bhavam, nature. Ajanataha, not knowing. Mam, me. Avyayam, undecaying. Anuttamam, unsurpassable. Now see the meaning. Not knowing my supreme nature, unsurpassable and undecaying. The ignorant person regard me, the supreme spirit beyond the reach of mind and senses, the embodiment of truth, knowledge and bliss, to have assumed a finite form through birth. Now the question is here. If your devotee will get liberation, then people, why not? Why they do not worship you? This is the question. Sri Krishna is answering. First, you know about me. First, you have to know about me. Who am I? And he's giving his instructions. See the helplessness of the God. No one is here to give introduction of the God. So God is only to give his own introduction. And he says, Arjun, I am avyaktam. First, my quality is, in my personality, the first quality is, I am avyaktam. Avyaktam means reality is there, but it is beyond the reach, mind and senses. To know any reality, to know any object, To know anything, we use our sense organs, our mind. Our sense organs and our mind is the proof of any entity. With the God, problem is here, God is beyond the reach of the mind and sense organs. So that is why God is Avyakt. It is there. But we are trying to grasp God by the sense organs, by the mind. And it is not possible. That is why God is Avyakt. Avyam, Anuttamam. I am Avyam. Always. Same. No changes. No changes. Hate phrase. Anuttamam, the best. Anuttamam, the best of the world. You cannot compare anything with the God. Anything is not comparable with the consciousness. How can you compare? Comparison not possible with the God of anything. God is conscious. Things are unconscious. How can we compare? Subject and object is not comparable. Only God is there. In this side, there are so many objects. But that side, there is only consciousness. So consciousness are not two. Possible, there is no possible comparison. And with the object, you cannot compare the God. So Sri Krishna says, Anuttamam, I am the supreme. But Abuddhaya means the person whose knowledge is not so powerful, who are understanding. They are not able to make distance between subject and object. Their discrimination power is not so strong to make distinction between the God and the object. Sri Krishna says, Abuddhaya. They do not understand my nature. And that is why they assume me. If you don't have clear vision about any entity, then we start assuming it would be like this, it would be like this, it should be this. Then we start assuming. So people are assuming me Vyaktam as a body. Now, last one. Naham prakasa sarvasya yogamaya samabhritaha mudhoyam nabhijanati loko mam ajamabhyam. I repeat. Naham prakasa sarvasya yogamaya samabhritaha mudhoyam nabhijanati loko mam ajam abhyam. See the meaning first. Na, not. Aham, I. Prakasa, manifest. Sarvasya, to all. Yogamaya samabhrita, veiled by my divine potency. Mudha, ignorant. I am this, na, not. Abhijanati, recognizes. Loka, world. Mam, me. Ajam, unborn. Abhyam, imperishable. Now see the meaning. Translation. Veiled by my divine potency, I am not manifest to all. Hence, these ignorant people fail to recognize me the unborn and imperishable Supreme Deity, consider me as subject to birth and death. See the translation again. Veiled by my divine power, I am not manifest to all. Hence, these ignorant people fail to recognize me, the unborn and imperishable Supreme Deity. Sri Krishna is saying here, Arjuna, I am here, everywhere, always, forever. But Mudha, ignorant person. Sri Krishna here saying Mudha, ignorant, it may be very great scientist. It may be very great doctor, engineer, painter, artist. But that person is not aware about the self. If that person could not see the self, Sri Krishna is saying Mudha. That person is Mudha, who is not aware about the self. For them, Naham Prakasha. I am not anywhere. I am not manifested. Naham Prakasha Sarvasya. Because my Yoga Maya, my divine power covers me. My divine power, my Yoga Maya, it covers me. For them, because of their ignorance, Sarvasya, I am manifested for knowledgeable person. In the same place, if there are two persons, one is realized person, another is ignorant person. For realized person, God is available that place. And same place, if there is ignorant, for that person, God is not there. Aham Prakasha Sarvasya. Like a person is blind person who does not have eyes. You cannot prove the color. You cannot prove any color, red, light, nothing. If some person does not have vision, for that person, sun does not have any existence. How can you prove? Sri Krishna says, Aham Prakasa Sarvasya, I am not available for everyone. I am for everyone. See the contradiction. I am available for everyone, but I am not manifested for everyone. You manifest yourself. You manifest God. You have to manifest. It is your quality. God is always same nature. God will not change. The quality of the gods remains always same. You develop your quality. So God is everywhere, but in form of the Avyakt. Same God becomes manifested for the realized person. Amudha. If you are Amudha, your knowledge is more powerful. Your knowledge can penetrate in the Maya. Then God is available. Otherwise, it is like this. You have covered anything. You have put a curtain to an object. So curtain can be seen, not object. same Maya is covering the God. If you have vision to penetrate that Maya, then God is manifested. So Sri Krishna is saying here, Arjun, I am na prakasa sarvasya. I am for everyone, but not for everyone. You have to develop. You have to create some vision. Then Krishna, the God, is available. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutra Bhashikritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayeta. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.